Hello everybody and welcome back to HeMakesMePlay. I am Marius and I am blind. I cannot see and therefore I make other people play video games for me. And today this honor falls to Vincent. Hello Vincent.
Hi Marius.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, me too.
Nice.
I've got a new lamp. Can you see it, dear viewer? I might be lit by a new light. And do you know where there's also a new light? Vincent?
Where, Marius? Tell me
In
where.
Harry's life, because of the light of her innocence, Dolores Day, or something. Isn't
Yeah.
that a neat segue?
That was.
Yeah,
Very nice
we
segue.
went
Well
to
done.
the church, and we're still in it. And there's, besides the innocent deity of old, there is also apparently a pillar of silence in this chapel, which is being sort of cared for, worshipped, or I would say is being consumed or something by Diego, was his name, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and he was like the crab person in the ceiling. Very strange, but kind of an interesting guy. Very mystical. And then also, this church is a busy place. There's also like a machine there from people who developed a video game, but they had a data loss, which is interesting because people lose their memory when they look into the silence or the pale or whatever this phenomenon is. And maybe that's related. We'll find out. We hacked the computer log, whatever, of the lady who was doing stuff here, and she was kind of pissed, right? She seemed really not very happy.
We hacked her by knowing her password. Yes.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like a chatty catty, but we're gonna chat her up regardless. That's the plan for today, right?
Yeah.
Talk to her. So let's do it.
What is it?
Yeah, as I said.
Yeah. The woman is still hunched over the keyboard, gently illuminated by the purring machine. And I believe I described her already.
Yeah, I remember very thin features,
Yes, exactly.
sort of elongated face.
So we have multiple options here. The first one is we say, I didn't break anything, did I? And the second one, hey, are you the lead programmer of Viral Untethered by any chance?
Oh, well, he still knows the name.
Yeah. Number 3, sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here? Or we can leave.
In this case, it feels most natural to me to start with, who are you?
Okay.
I am Soona Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
Vox and Orbis. That's made up, but it does sound like audio codecs that I know. OGG Vorbis. It just reminds me of that. Also, is every technical person in this universe sort of vaguely Scandinavian? Right? We met that guy.
Yeah, there was another... Yeah, right, the encyclopedia guy.
Yeah, and he was interested in these mainframes and stuff.
Right.
And he sounded Scandinavian to me. And she does as well. But okay, sure. So she's a cool programmer. All right, what else?
16 years of experience.
If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
She turns back to the
Whoa.
terminal.
She's all business.
Yeah.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager.
Yeah, happens.
And we can ask, number 1, have you seen the Crabman? Number 2, why are there so many machines in this place?
Yeah.
Number 3, what are you doing in an abandoned church? And number 4, the last one, how do you feel about Nordic dance music?
It's like, is she going to tolerate this being a dance club? The way she seems to me, she would not be bothered by anything. She could literally have like drugged out kids dancing around her and keep hacking.
Possibly.
Yeah, let's ask her about the Crabman.
Okay. Have you seen the Crabman?
Nope.
And we ask,
She doesn't even ask what it is. Okay.
and we ask, but you know he's around.
Yes.
So
Right.
that implies though that she has seen him, sort of.
Well, maybe she's just heard him.
Yeah, okay. She talked to him without looking at him.
Yeah.
That seemed like a possibility.
I mean, she isn't looking at us at the
Yeah.
moment. She's still looking at her work. And we can say either he's seen you, or he must have seen you. Or the last option, it sounds like you are not worried about him at all.
Yeah, that one.
No, you're right. I'm not.
Her voice trails off as she bends over to tinker with the machine's printer. Okay,
All right.
that's that path complete.
What else?
And the next option is, why are there so many machines in this place? We can also ask, what are you doing in an abandoned church? And how do you feel about Nordic dance music?
Oh, okay. Yeah, why are there so many machines?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Well, it's a little late for that.
Yeah.
We can say, why do you need an antenna? And we point to it. That's option number 1. Option number 2 is, what are you doing with your radio computer? And option number 3, what about those bowls of water over there?
I was wondering about that, but let's start from the top.
Okay. Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit.
I don't know what that means.
We can either say, wait, what? Or we can say, I don't understand.
It's a wait option. Take the wait option.
RAIN prefect, my radio computer.
And we say, and that antenna is its processing unit?
We're so clueless.
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
She has stopped working now.
Okay.
Which isn't quite true for the
Sound,
animation
yeah.
or the sound. And we can say, number 1, not really. Number 2, I know a little. Or number 3, I don't really know much about anything in this world, to be honest.
Take that one.
Here we go.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
And we can say either, wait, what's on air? Or the other option, in the AR1, is it a good antenna?
Take the wait option.
On the front, the unified front of radio waves, licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region.
She is so angry.
She's getting a bit upset with our constant questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all around us. That's what on air means.
Okay. And then we ask about the antenna. Is it
Yeah.
a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable.
That's nice.
Yeah, finally she's happy about something. A little bit. She sounds a little less angry.
But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieux dedicated to that sort of thing.
I'm just kind of laughing because this is, in my experience, this is how you always get on the good side of technical people, ask for purchasing advice. And then next day they send you emails with like, oh, maybe you can get this speaker or whatever.
Yeah. Also, it's not surprising to me that she gives these purchasing advice without our questions.
Oh, yeah.
Just-
Sometimes you don't even have to ask.
Yeah. Is it a good antenna? Yeah. Well, I wouldn't buy it as a new one.
Yeah. Get one on Mind Factory.
She liked telling me this. It calmed her nerves.
Again, the game is just reiterating what we're saying.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's that way around, not the other way. Yeah. All right.
Absolutely. Okay, and we can ask, what are you doing with your radio computer? Or what about those bowls of water over
Yeah,
there?
what are you doing?
I'm working.
Great.
That's
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casting her face in a strange shadow.
set inland?
That's perception.
Oh, okay.
Sight.
All right.
And we ask, working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
This is annoying her more.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to know what she's working on, though. I want to know the story of, what was it? Viril Untethered?
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say from now on.
Yeah, can you just read us the player's handbook, maybe?
Yeah, or just the post-mortem on this company. I just want to know what happened.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I wonder, because This is not the first time she mentioned that. Is this one of the cases where the dialogue is limited? Where she eventually will just say, no, we talked enough. I've got work to do.
I don't know. Where else did that happen?
I remember us talking about it, but I don't know if it ever actually happened.
I'm not so sure if the game would do that. But it could be. I don't know.
Well, let's continue and see.
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do, and you're not helping.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Do we want to ask about the bowls of water?
Yes, absolutely.
They are connected to my rain prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
No
Okay.
problem.
Didn't even have the option to do that.
Yeah. She's very terse in her answers. She's not really giving us the context that we wish to understand.
Yeah. Well, I guess we just have to keep asking questions then. Okay, and we say, right, I'll try not to touch anything. Next question.
Great.
And now we can ask either, what are you doing in an abandoned church? Or, how do you feel about Nordic dance music?
What are you doing?
You really like those questions, don't you?
There's a hint of amusement in her tired eyes. Well, we can say, I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions.
We kind of never say that. We never pull the
yeah.
police card.
Right.
And it has been working that way, so I don't want to necessarily do it now. What else?
We can also say, you're occupying a public space. I need to know what you're doing here. Or the last option, there have been complaints from your neighbors.
That one, I think, is the least offensive, I would say. And it's true.
Okay.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
She says, ready to stand her ground. And we ask, what research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Okay.
Of course.
That makes perfect sense.
Wait, what?
Who's saying that?
Logic.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said.
Who's saying that?
Interfacing.
That's because that's relevant information, yeah. Because before I would have just thought, okay, she's interested in the Pale. But that's not what interests her. She's, about computers and the processing stuff. And the Pale is not relevant to her unless it also penetrates the radio ether or whatever. Right? 'Cause
Yeah.
then maybe it interfered with their game or whatever. And yeah, okay.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we had a hole of silence back there, right? So.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe that also extends into the radio sphere. I mean, why wouldn't it? It's apparently a hole in reality, and radio waves are real, right? So that's part of it.
Yeah.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
And we can say either, is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal? Or we can say, a hole in the world. What does that mean exactly?
Ask about the data loss.
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
She stares at the burnished antenna on a nearby table. Okay, and then we ask the other one. A hole in the world. What does that mean exactly?
Yeah.
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
Well, you would assume that there is just a lack of measurements.
Yeah.
Right?
What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
Well, she sounds like a crazy person.
And it also says, she's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer.
Yeah, at least she's listening now. And I do want to hear her theory, so let's keep asking.
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
That was a challenging failure for logic.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, we missed it by one.
Too bad.
Okay, we can say, number one, hold on a moment. Does it mean we are not living in a... Does it mean we are now living in a world that has holes in it?
I mean, that's what the pail is, right? But yeah, ask that. It's a hold-on option.
Right.
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out?
Good question. Oh, we could say, number one, I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it. Or the other option, I don't know. I'm not here for some science. I just want to solve a murder so I can go home.
So this whole nothing and hole in the world thing, like what I need to hear is what kind of interaction between objects was there that led her to believe that there is a hole, right?
Mhm.
It's like, oh, I don't know, maybe you have a flashlight and normally, you can point light everywhere, but if you put it through this one spot, then the light is gone. It doesn't reach the other end or whatever.
Mhm.
That would be an anomaly, right? And then you investigate. And I'm hoping for that stuff. But so far, like, even the mystical schmystical guy made more sense than her. So, yeah, let's ask and hope.
So the first option?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah. Also, it's not so dismissive.
Right.
So we say, I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist,
Yeah.
let alone measure it.
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
She grows silent, staring at her circle of basins. It looks like some ancient ritual.
Yeah.
But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic life forms?
What? Oh
Ghosts,
my god.
in everyday parlance.
Oh, is that inland?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Does it have to do with ghosts? That's
Necroplastic life forms?
Mhm.
Haven't heard that before.
No.
I'll remember that.
And we can ask, does it have anything to do with ghosts?
Yeah, ask.
Ghosts? No, I don't think so. I don't believe in ghosts.
And we can say, what about other supernatural entities? Or the other
Called
option.
Mamadakwa, perhaps?
Uh-huh. The other option. Right, nothing to do with ghosts. And we start writing it down in your ledger.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I guess.
To do number one, anyway.
I don't believe in them either.
And we can say, what not many know is necroplasma exists.
Where's this coming from?
I have no idea.
What not many know. That's always good if someone starts a sentence that way.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
And then he starts talking about ghosts. The
Oth-
other option is we nod and say, that's probably wise, not believing in them. Which was
That's
very
also
honest.
weirdly condescending. I like that one as well.
Uh-huh.
The necroplastic is a bit like too forward. Let's say the wise thing.
Mm-hmm.
Great. What are we talking about? And why?
She gets back to work.
Oh.
A clear signal that this branch of the conversation is over. I'm kind of sad that we didn't get to write something in our ledger.
Yeah.
That was a fun option. Okay, we still have the options to say, do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Yeah.
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
She looks up, eyes trying to pierce the pitch black heights above, but without much success.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark, most of the tower disappearing into the shade.
Man, she should have just worked together with Diego. Because he knows exactly where it is.
Yeah. Maybe
Oh,
we
well.
can get them to work together.
Yeah, I had that hope before about the bookstore lady and the dice maker. It didn't work out. Well, maybe, we'll see.
Yeah.
Strange things may flourish in the dark.
All right, thanks for your input.
Hmm. And we ask, why there?
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record.
Yeah, I mean, we noticed that as well, right? And that is actually, that's the one thing like that I was asking for, right? Some kind of interaction that makes it clear that there's an anomaly. And yeah, we also heard that there's like not much sound.
Mm-hmm. Did you remember in the last episode there was something about in the motorway south?
Yeah, sure, the swallow.
The swallow.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
where all life
yeah,
is unbirthed.
yeah, exactly. Like And that's the last motion you make when you go into the pail, I guess. I don't know if that's a general rule. It was just part of that thought. And Diego, I think, also referred to the swallow or whatever. It's definitely a thing. Yeah, got to watch out for that.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
How can a data loss have physical coordinates?
I mean, I guess it's the same thing you described with your flashlight thing, right? So you try to send something,
Right.
and once it passes
Yeah.
a certain point, it doesn't appear on the other end.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's weird because for them, computers are intimately connected with radio waves. And so location maybe is an intrinsic part of computation in this world, right? That the waves go through some location and then there's a leak or whatever, and then you know roughly where you lost the data, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we can only say one thing, and that is, this is where the Crabman lives.
I know.
I have to say that Harry, I mean, he is kind of endearing. Because sometimes he's almost like a child. This is where the Crabman lives.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're trying to be very honest with him.
Yeah, in our playthrough, he's sometimes sort of endearing. Yeah.
And we can, again, only say one thing, and that is, you don't think Crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning, her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
Okay.
All right.
And then one last question before the conclude option. We can ask, you said that the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
Oh.
Is there a question? Because I feel like there's a quest.
I was hoping that, there's this point where we ask, is there anything we can do to help? Maybe
Yeah.
just get an antenna up there. I mean, I also know just the guy who can climb well, so it would be easy.
Yeah.
Any options in that direction?
Not really. We're immediately back to the previous menu, and we have only the conclude option left, and it says, that's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole on the world.
All right.
For now.
Great. Thanks.
Okay, and we can ask about the 2mm hole again, but I think we've finished that. And the other option is, how do you feel about annoying dance music?
Yeah.
What? I hate it.
I'm not surprised.
It sounds like her default. Yeah.
And we can say, number one, what are you, 40? It's the future of dance music. Or number two, same here. It just doesn't connect here. And we tap on our heart. Not like disco does anyway. Or the third option, okay, wow, that was quick. Why do you hate it?
That's it?
Yeah.
Then ask why she hates it.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
And we say, right. But how do you feel about a club for Nordic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
No. What?
A twist.
What do they want to build?
Yeah.
then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
A meth lab.
Well, the first option is a youth center would be nice.
Actually, originally we were in this whole area
yeah,
because
right.
of a youth center for Everett.
We got
so I'm glad.
sidetracked.
Yeah, just a little bit. Going around collecting old weird jackets for alcoholics and going to churches and measuring holes in reality. No, we got a little bit sidetracked. Yeah, but I'm glad it's getting back to the youth center. So I do want to talk about that. But what are the other options?
The next option is a petting zoo, a place for animals.
No.
Number 3 is maybe some community space to help the elderly. Or number 4, I'm still convinced they want to establish a nightclub for Anoidic dance music. They said it's their dream.
I do. How do you feel, Vincent? I do believe them that they want to make it a nightclub.
Yeah.
I think they also want to take drugs, but
Sure.
I mean that. Yeah, I don't know. After talking to Egghead, I think these guys are for real.
Yeah.
But so I want to say youth center here.
Youth center, not the nightclub.
No, I want to see how she reacts.
Okay, fair enough.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
All right.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Yeah, we know. Last time you didn't either.
Okay, and then we'll leave her work in peace.
Okay. That's it with her. Wasn't that much fruitful, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, we basically again got sent to another place.
Yeah, but we didn't actually learn anything new, I
Yeah,
feel.
but what we do get is some loot.
Oh, yeah?
We got 1.5 real
Okay.
and some shoes, maybe? Yes.
Really?
Mask bangers, red brogues. Plus 1 empathy.
Okay, how does that compare to our shoes?
That's a good question.
Oh, nice music.
We have the Franco-Junerian cavalry boots. Plus 1 perception.
Oh, okay, so we can decide between empathy or perception.
Yeah.
I think I like perception more.
Yeah, also we got to use it a lot lately, I feel like.
Yeah, and probably already have high empathy naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
There's also a button back here. So I'm at the very northeast corner
Yeah,
of the
is there
church.
anything else in the church?
1 button I see here. No, I'm talking to Kim. Stop. A spider has spun its web around this wood-carved pillar.
Okay,
Is that okay?
that's it.
And then there's another button a bit further down. A cracked pane of glass. Colorful. Oh, I think that's part of the mural.
Yeah.
And that gave us a thought. It came from the stained glass window. Still has letters on it too. Oh, that would
That's
have
probably the message. Life after death, death after life, whatever.
It would have probably also given us a bonus to reconstructing it.
Maybe, yeah.
And ooh, are these pants? Do I see pants
More
there?
gear? Man,
Possibly.
we're just robbing Diego's wardrobe, basically.
Oh no, it's a silk scarf. A mask banger silk scarf.
I see a set item.
Yeah. Now I'm wondering, do we have anything else?
Yeah,
from
what's the
this?
scarf? Probably it's in competition with our tie, right?
Right, so that's +1 pain threshold for the scarf and +1 inland empire for the horrific necktie.
Yeah, we have to keep wearing the necktie. It talks to us. Bratan!
Yeah, I'm just looking if we have anything else from this set, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I wonder if there's set bonuses. Somehow I don't think so.
Me neither. Okay, but there are... So we're at the very east end of the church now.
Yeah.
And there are 2 more buttons. One at the window. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. And another one on the next window. A figure drawn in frost on the window, depicting a deer.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I think, as far as I can tell, that's it.
So, Vincent, I have a question.
Yes.
How are we going to offer the little figurine of the Headless Rider to the innocents Dolores Day? Because that was a task.
That's a good question.
Do you want to, before we get out of here, click on the mural again to see if there are any new options?
Yeah, let me just see. Do we have the... No, we do not have the figurine, right?
Oh, we don't have it? What do we do with it?
Actually, we have a figurine set, Headless Fawn Rider.
Yeah, that's
We do. Yeah, okay.
what it was referring to, right?
Yeah, I thought we gave that away at some point.
I think we thought about doing that,
Right,
but we didn't.
We talked about with Brené, I think, about it.
I think, yeah, we did, I think.
The mother of humanism stands above you.
All right.
A precious and complex wax painting on
Yeah,
a
yeah,
single
yeah.
pane
So
of glass.
we have a new option here
The
that
crack
says,
runs across
it
the
looks like I
length of
can't
her
give this
body,
figure to
her
you.
face open and sad.
I like how the game, yeah. It's again exactly on our page.
Let's click it.
Yeah.
Why?
Because she's a stained glass window.
That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else?
Or we can say, like what? is there still the task still on? Or we can say, okay.
Fuck. I feel like okay is the better option.
You think? Okay.
What do you think? If you ask if the task is still on, that opens up the possibility that it may be not. It's like doubt.
Yeah, but it also opens up the option that he may give us more answers about how to do what we want to do. While okay could just end the conversation. I mean, it would say end conversation then, but you know what I mean.
Yes, but I think we shall remain faithful in our hearts and say okay and move on.
Okay.
The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane of glass.
Same shit.
Nothing has changed in her expression.
Yeah, we're back to the very start. We can say either looks like I can't give this sugar to her, or we can turn away.
Turn away.
We could also just run through it again and try the other option.
You think?
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Why? That does seem to be a problem.
Okay.
Maybe you
And now we
meant
ask,
something
like
else.
what?
Yeah.
Is this task still on?
I don't know. What are we thinking of? Part of your mind has gone on to other things already.
Oh, we're talking to reaction speed. Of course.
Only a strange little sadness remains. The mother of humanism towers above you.
Both of them were frustrating.
Yeah.
I think we have to wait until something changes. Maybe after we completed the annoying music task or something.
Huh. Yeah, that could be.
I would say that's the next thing we do, right? Talk to the kids again. And first the girl.
Right.
Man, that was like, what, 10 episodes ago that we talked to her?
I mean,
spending some time in this church.
Yeah, we also investigated another not murder.
Yeah, that just slipped in there. Yeah, that's right. From the kebab place or whatever.
Oh, yeah, right. We lowered the bridge so we can get there.
Ah, convenient.
Yeah, let's talk to the girl. If I can.
Oh, here we go again. Yeah. Music.
Oh, yeah.
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the sea ice. She looks up as you approach.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church, I mean.
And we can say, I help you all right. Or we can say, can't say, gotta ask questions first.
I'll help you, all right?
Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? We've been waiting for weeks here.
And we can say 2 new options. Number 1, the others told me you went inside the church. What did you see in there? Or the other option, I'd like to know more about your associates.
Okay. What did you see in there?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me.
I feel
There's
like
no point in me telling you.
I feel like we did this before. But let's go through it.
We can say, we'll see. Go ahead and tell me.
Yeah.
Or the other option, you're right. Let me ask something. Let me ask you about something else.
No, ask her.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe.
Right, checks off.
Mm-hmm.
She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
And we can say, go on. Or we can say, that's not especially frightening.
Go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall, upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me, right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
It's funny, like if she tells it like that, it does sound super scary, but having been in there and knowing it's just Diego and the nerd lady, it's like, yeah, no, it's like just another day in the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I completely understand why that's scary to...
Oh yeah, I think turning away is the completely reasonable thing to do.
There's a man hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like a crab, you say?
The lieutenant nods. His face is stone. And we can also nod and say, I saw him. I saw the Crabman.
Maybe that's why this dialogue option came up again, right? That's a new option here. if we had this dialogue before. So let's say that.
You saw him? Does it mean that you went in there? Did you see the other spooker, the one in Grandma's clothes?
And we can say, I did see them both, yes. Or we can say, I prefer not to share this information with you.
No. Yeah, we saw them.
Good, so you believe me. You should go tell this to Andre. He'll know what to do next.
Oh, this feels like a video game now.
Yeah,
what
also-
did we get XP or something?
We gained level up and
Ooh,
XP.
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
So another skill point on the banks. We'll keep it there, I guess.
Mhm. And we can ask about her associates.
Yeah, sure.
My associates? I haven't got much to say about them.
And we can say, just answer the questions, please. Or we can ask, what do you mean? You must know something about them.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
And we can say, what about you? Tell me something about yourself. Or we can say, okay, maybe I'll ask later about all this.
No, ask about yourself.
Me? I'm a silver bird.
What does that mean? Is that like a zodiac sign?
Possibly, yeah. Huh. Or that's like the female equivalent of a silver fox.
Well, she's too young.
Yeah, maybe she just doesn't know what it means. Okay, that just leaves us with the other option. We can say, okay, maybe I'll ask later about all
Really?
this.
There's no explanation at all.
I guess not.
Okay, sure,
Don't
later.
know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but
We'll see about that.
And
She's such a teenager.
we gained a new task. Get Acele to talk about her associates.
Man, this place is rich with tasks.
Mm-hmm. And half of them just because people don't want to talk to us.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Well, let's get it back in there. I need some Nordic music in my life, Vincent.
Hardcore.
Yeah, maybe that was a task as well, right?
Yeah.
Talk to Egghead in a better way.
Mm-hmm. And
Man.
Lloyd also had a task for just get him to talk.
This is a total XP farm. Oh, here we go. Yeah. I hope this is part of the soundtrack. Can't wait to get a vinyl of this. Cool. Yeah, there we go.
Nice. Hardcore.
Hardcore. Yeah. Who do we talk to? Egghead first or the others?
No, I'm in favor of Egghead.
All right. Let's see if we get any further with him.
Back to the heavyweight jam.
Back to the heavyweight jam, says the young man with the tape player and the large boyardero boots. A lung-shaped tree sprout on his silver belt buckle.
Uh-huh.
Hardcore.
Here we go. This is the sequence, right?
We say nothing.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
We say nothing again.
Yeah.
Hardcore to the mega.
We say nothing.
Yes.
Internally coherent.
Nothing.
All core. All right. Yeah.
Nothing.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore. Ah.
There's the crash.
He lets out an agonized roar over the feebleish, obviously not too hardcore beat below. And we can say, so hardcore? Or, no, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't.
So hardcore, I guess, was the right one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it though?
Yeah, there you go. Tables have turned.
And we say, it is.
But is it? I mean, really?
He tilts his head to the other side like an owl.
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here,
Yeah.
so that things get totally transcendent.
But we got here
But you
before.
haven't gotten there yet,
Yeah.
so you don't know what to say.
Oh, fuck off. I was hoping.
And we can either say, I was thinking that too, which is the option we haven't taken before,
Hmm.
or I don't know what to say exactly.
Yeah, let's say I was thinking that too.
I am the mic enforcer. I am the chicks checker. Yeah.
And that's the end of the conversation.
Okay, but yeah, we haven't reached the pinnacle of idiocy, clearly. But we can work on that. And what better way to work on it but to talk to Noid and Andre?
Which one of...
Andre, let's talk to Andre.
Okay.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
So we have the option to say, number one, about the church. I checked it out. Number
Mhm.
two, I know Noid has his signs, but what's the deal with Egghead there?
Oh, right, there was that sign stuff, yeah.
And then we have a white check,
Uh-huh.
logic, godly, 16. Maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told.
We've tried that before. Can we try it again?
Take a moment to analyze. We get a +1 from Soona said something's amiss.
Yeah, yeah,
We get a +1 from unexplained ether smell.
yeah. I had that before.
And we get a +1 from unexplained nosopet.
Yeah, I had that before as well. And yeah, of course, they're making drugs and Harry is just sort of not figuring it out, I guess.
Mhm.
So I wonder, should we talk to Andre first, though, about the church before we try the check again?
I wonder if we can try it again after we talk to him. So if we try it now, fail, and then talk to him.
I think usually the way it works is if you get a plus from some kind of context bonus, then it doesn't trigger, it doesn't unlock it again, right?
Right.
And I
yeah.
think the only reason we can try it again right now is because we finished that, it was the motorway thought, right? That unlocked all
yeah.
mental challenges or
Mhm.
whatever. And this, yeah, might be one of the benefits we got here.
Okay.
So in that case, I think I want to talk to him about the church first in hopes of getting another bonus.
Okay. About the church. I checked it out.
And? What happened?
Oh, let me tell you about it. Let me tell you about Innocence Dolores Day.
I talked to the Crabman.
Oh man! Who is he? What did you think?
And we can say, number one, oh, seemed okay, to be honest. Very spiritual. Number two, he gave me this odd lecture on alcoholism before rambling on and on about mother's love. And number three, you were right. He's a true narcomaniac.
No,
And
no.
the way he climbs, it was terrifying.
Number one.
Seemed okay, to be honest. Very spiritual.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
And we can reply with, number one, just preaching and praying from the looks of it. Number two, he clearly enjoys the physical activity. Guy climbs like a freak. Or number three, there's something sinister going on under the building's roof. I think he's getting high or something.
That's not true. Number one again.
Yeah. Also, I like the word sinister.
Yeah, it's a good word. I agree.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
No.
Yeah. Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
Oh, again, that was Noid interjecting.
Yeah.
I cannot tell.
Not
Man,
at
that's
all.
really like maybe the voice actor got sick and the Andre actor had to do it or something. I don't know, but they sound exactly the same to me.
Yeah.
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
Actually, now I'm wondering if that's intentional. Maybe they are brothers or something?
Oh yeah, okay, good thinking. But do they look alike?
Not really. But
Yeah.
it's hard to tell.
Okay.
Like if their faces have the same structures, that's hard to tell because they dress and style so differently.
Yeah, okay. What are the options?
We can say number one, of course he's a problem. He's a crap man. Number two, he keeps himself physically active, thinks spiritual thoughts and doesn't drink. Who am I to evict such a person? Number three, as far as I can tell, he's not going to leave. He'll climb around up there and, guys, you'll never catch him. Or number four, actually, he told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all.
I think number 4 is the best one.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
I mean, I see his point, but then again, that would also be like a very unique nightclub. You know, it could be a
Oh,
feature.
Yeah.
We've got the. This makes me think of Planescape Torment. You know, the Flaming Corpse Inn or whatever, the major tavern in that game, and they just have this floating, burning body in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And this guy could be that for Martinez.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you actually talk to him, he doesn't just scream in your face. He preaches
No, he gives you
about
helpful advice about
silence.
addictions and how to get rid of them and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I still also like the idea of him preaching about silence in a nightclub.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but well, you can hear silence anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We can say either you're just going to have to live with the Crabman, or the other option, don't worry, I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else.
I want to tell him, don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light. Yeah!
I like Egghead.
Me too.
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
And we can say, I was using the mainframe when Soona, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, appeared.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we can also say, actually, I want to talk about something
No,
else.
no,
but
no.
Yeah.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
We can either say, she said you guys haven't been completely honest with me about your plans.
Hmm.
Or she did not like the Nordic dance club idea.
Not honest, number one.
Come on, man. Who will you trust? The spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Feel the love! Get down and feel it!
The stuffy tent muffles the last two words. The command fails to impress.
Feel it? Yeah.
And we can say, okay, maybe I'm kind of feeling it. Or we can say, the love. No, I'm really not feeling it at all. Are we feeling the love, Marius?
Not right now. Do you?
Not really.
Yeah. So say it. Be honest.
There's a little bit of too much lying going on here for love.
You'll get there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping.
Flowing
Anyway,
and pumping.
Now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Ja oder nein? Rocking it or dropping it?
That means yes or no, dear viewer, in German.
Uh-huh. And we say, she did not like the Nordic dance club idea.
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
He drops a hammer back into the toolbox.
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam and into a laser-lit future of dance and unity? Unity! Dance!
And we say, she made it very clear that she won't leave until her own project is finished.
Hmm.
And you can't just evict her?
We can say, no, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution. Or the alternative, I could go for another try, bring down the hammer of the law.
Hmm. No, that's not who we are. I will not evict her.
Look at you, honour man!
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music. The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
It's poetry,
Mhm.
what he says. Yeah,
At
okay.
least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
Not. She's not quite there yet.
No. So we can say, she absolutely does not. Really, truly despises it. Or we can lie and say, she gets down. I mean, who doesn't? Just listen to that crazy pulse.
No, be honest.
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a
Oh.
moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
Yeah, okay.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
And we can either say, I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her. Or we can say, right, I'll see how it goes.
Number one.
Excellent. Good luck, my friend.
All right.
Hey, and that gave us another +1.
That's what we were looking for, right?
Confronted him about Zuna's. I think there's more, but
Oh,
it's-
too many bonuses.
it's cut off at the end.
Too good at this game. So, okay, Vincent, what's the chance on this logic check now?
58%.
we've got a real shot, I'd say. Let's try it.
We also have one other option we can try. We can
I know, but that's about Egghead, right?
And Noid, yes.
And yeah, but I don't think that's going to give us more bonuses.
All right. I think it might, but sure, we can try.
Well, if you want, we can go through it. Okay.
Yeah, I think because it's maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told, and then we talk about the other two characters. I think there might be something more.
All right, what do you want to do?
I want to talk to him more.
Okay.
So we say, I know Noid has his signs, but what's the deal with Egghead there?
He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies.
And we can say, what's a master of ceremonies?
Mm-hmm.
Or we can say, how do you communicate with him?
Yeah.
Which one do you want to try?
Number 2.
Okay.
Well, he's just kind of here. I don't really know how to communicate with him.
Yeah, okay.
We all had friends like that.
Uh-huh. And we ask, have you ever really talked to him?
Yeah, sometimes. When I stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
We know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's giving us advice to get through the first part, but we already figured that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak for itself.
Who is that?
That's Egghead.
But Egghead, this is the narrator speaking
that's-
from Egghead.
Yeah. and
About Egghead.
It's
yeah.
about Egghead.
Okay,
exactly.
okay, I see.
And yeah, okay, we're back to the white check. Didn't give us anything.
Yeah,
sadly.
but I'm hoping this... I feel like it didn't give us any bonus for the Egghead conversation either.
No, not really.
Maybe we should have asked about the Master of Ceremonies. I don't know.
Possibly, but I think maybe we get Andre to tell us about the first part of Egghead, and then Noid to talk about the second part.
Oh, can we still
get
talk to Noid?
Yeah, we can try.
Oh, right now we're in... the white check is in the Andre conversation, right? Okay.
Yeah, but I feel like maybe this is like how do you unlocking with multiple steps, right? Where we first unlock or we first can talk to Andre, and that leads us eventually to unlock Noid in some way. And once we have unlocked Noid, then we can go through with Egghead.
Right, it's a multi-stage security device.
Exactly, just to talk to Egghead. Now I really want to know what Egghead has to say.
What Egghead has to say?
Yeah. Why is it so complicated to talk to him? What is his mind about?
Well, yeah, but we need to find the pinnacle of idiocy, right? That's the whole point.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do now?
The white check?
All right.
Let's try the white check. We are at 58%.
Yeah.
And we tried.
Come on. Yes.
The number of things don't add up.
God.
Let's take a look.
We're so good at this game.
Oh yeah, finally you figured it out.
Yeah. And we say, I got bad news for you, Andre. Things don't add up.
Andre, we need to talk about this. this nose spray here, these 18 bottles.
Yeah. So now we moved into the role of a parent, I guess?
Kind of, yeah. They need guidance. That's clear.
He senses something is wrong.
Ooh. And we have the option to say, number 1, Soona said you've been lying about your plans. Your answer was very unconvincing. Number 2, you're sober. Was it hard for you to keep sober for this meeting? Or number 3, this isn't the making of a club. It's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I mean, number 3 is, I think, the most true and direct option. But I kind of like number 2.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
I like it too.
Yeah.
We don't need drugs to be hardcore.
Right, Acele.
I believe him. I believe he believes that.
Yeah, I mean, his drug is certainly the dance.
Shut the fuck up, Egg.
They're getting tense.
And we say, maybe not today, Egg, but you need drugs to get through the days when you're not expecting me. Or we can proceed by saying, bottom line is, I know. I think the other option is just a free bonus, basically, right?
Yeah, do number 1.
Climb down from the equestrian monument, cop man. Consciousness is new to the universe. We all have our ways to ease the shock.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not arguing with that.
Mm-hmm. So we say bottom line is I know.
Yeah.
What exactly is it you know?
Okay, and we're back to the other two options.
So what was number one?
Soona said you've been lying about your plans. Your answer was very unconvincing.
I feel like I want to say number 3 last. I'm hoping number 1 will also loop us back here. So let's say it.
Okay.
Fuck, man. It's difficult to get along with some people, but we're trying to make an effort. We are on a mission here.
It did indeed loop us directly back to the menu, yeah.
All right, and now bring down the hammer.
Yeah, so we say, this isn't the makings of a club. It's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
Right. He points at the speaker.
Yeah, I mean, there is music, sure,
Mm-hmm.
but also all the drugs.
Yeah.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
Huh. Yeah. Well, actually, I wonder because I think we can buy speakers, right? Then the
Yeah,
pawn
from the
shop-
sneakers on speakers guy.
Mhm.
Maybe that's what this is about. We can get them more speakers.
Yeah, right. There was that too. I was thinking about the pawn shop. I think there was a whole music setup.
Maybe that will be an advanced quest line where you have to equip the club with more and more audio equipment.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
possibly. And we can ask, where's his friend? Did he lose his friend?
What
Oh,
friend?
I think he's talking regarding the one speaker.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Talking to himself. Oh, this. What skill mentioned the speaker?
perception. But he's not
Okay.
talking to the skill. He's saying it out loud.
Okay. He's just being sort of metaphorical,
Yeah.
poetic. Okay.
We can also say, you have no headphones. Wouldn't Acele need her headphones to spin tape? We can also say that nozzle pad is here for its active ingredient. Number 4, the distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab. Number 5, the ether in the air, a useful solvent, good for getting acting agent out of a solution. Or we can proceed by saying number 6, there's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
Well, I want to say all of them. I think the game will let you say all of them.
I think so too.
So number 1.
Where is his friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker. You have only one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
Okay, here we go. I want to hear him shoot down all of our reasonable observations.
Uh-huh.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also funny that when I heard that, I didn't know whether the game's referring to his brain damage or our brain
Yeah,
damage,
me
and
too.
both
Uh-huh.
make sense.
Yeah. Okay, the next point is, you have no headphones. Wouldn't Acele need her headphones to spin tape?
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
Okay, number 3,
Mhm.
that nozzle pad is here for its active ingredient.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
You have boxes full, mate.
Likely pseudoephedrine, almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy, and so does pseudoephedrine.
Okay.
Thanks, game. Was it Electro?
No, that was encyclopedia.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lord
What?
Ringer?
That's nonsense. You'll actually die if you only drink distilled water.
Yeah.
I know that.
Well, next option, and the last one is the ether in the air, a useful
Mhm.
solvent, good for getting acting agent out of a solution.
Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether.
He smiles nervously. We're getting him.
Yeah, we're getting to him.
And then we say, there's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
Yes.
No shit.
He sounds tired. And we say, in short, you try to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's come on, that's...
And we say, number 1, preposterous, question mark. Number 2, against the law, question mark. And number 3, punishable by summary execution, question mark.
That's a little bit extreme.
So, is it preposterous or against the law?
Yeah, we don't really bring down that law hammer very often. I would just say preposterous.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing Kim's not in here.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
I meant to say, not true.
And we say, so what are we going to do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice.
Oh.
He's almost ready to drop the act.
Yeah,
It
that
wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
okay. That's good advice. Is that authority?
It's empathy.
Oh, okay.
The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
Who's that?
Suggestion.
Uh-huh. Are they? Is that? It feels like those two suggestions are at odds. The one is saying push, the other one is saying be indifferent.
Oh, but I think... Okay, what I get from this is... it doesn't take a lot of pushing, so we don't have to like really hammer it home. We
Oh,
have to say, okay, we don't care about this, so just
Right.
tell us, right?
Or something, yeah. What are the options? I'm very excited to get him to drop his act. Yeah.
Also, I'm really glad right now that we took the, what was it called at the beginning? Not the psychic option, or was it the psychic?
Something like that. Yeah.
So I really like empathy and suggestion.
Yeah. For
options.
this stuff, it's great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we can say, number 1, we do this lawman style. First, you tell me everything, then I pass judgment. Number 2, tell me what's really going on, and we'll work from there. I can be lenient. Or number 3, I don't really care, I just want to crack the case. Do what you want, and I'll do what I want.
So the indifference option sounds to me to be number 3,
Yeah, but
I don't like it.
Yeah, it sounds like very hard and different.
Yeah. Huh.
Like this is already promising, yeah, I won't do anything about it. But I
Which one?
want to follow a suggestion just to see where this goes. How do you feel?
I mean, is it clear that that is what suggestion wanted? That would be neat, right? So, I mean, so this happens in this game, right? That you get skill successes, like these intermittent successes, and then that will give you new conversation options, right? That has happened.
Yeah.
But I wish that the conversation options would be sort of tagged unambiguously.
I mean, it is sort of in here, right? It begins by you telling him you don't care. And
Yeah.
the third option begins by telling him, I don't really care.
You're right. That is very strongly marked, but you know what I mean. I would like a visual cue, like color or icon or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's C number 3. Let's hope it goes right.
So we say, I don't really care. I just want to crack the case. Do what you want and I'll do what I want.
Really?
He sounds relieved. And we say, or we can say, of course not really. I'm a cop. Now tell me what's going on immediately. Or the other option, really, I want to ask you about something else.
Now I want to take number 1.
Yeah.
Because the other one just really seems to lead away from this.
Or else?
There's an audible clang as he lets a wrench drop into his toolbox. And we can say, not calling, number 1, not calling back up and hauling you all off to the pen for starters. Number 2, haven't you heard? I'm the dirtiest cop this side of the river. I'll make life hard for you, using every connection I've got. And number 3, we'll see. Now speak.
I want to say we'll see.
Yeah, me too.
Feels most confident.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again. Then finally raises his hands.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revershoal.
Because we are! We totally are!
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
Yeah, I still believe them that they want to make a club.
Yeah.
And okay, maybe I just hope, but yeah.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
Okay. And we can ask, And why did you need me? Or we can say, I've heard enough.
Why did you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
And we can only say, they are not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
Yeah.
That's the real crux of the matter, right?
Uh-huh.
That's what this is about.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
So, what now?
This is it. Judgment time.
We are the law.
Is that an option?
Because
It has been before.
maybe. I don't know. Let's go through them. And we can say, number 1, give me your cash. And we ask,
Oh man,
we ask for a bribe first.
that's dark.
We can say, number 2, pack up and report to Precinct 41. And we arrest them.
I don't want to do that.
Number 3, get lost. I don't want to see you again. And we evict them. Number 4, let's do this clean. No speed lab, just a club for Nordic music.
Yeah.
Proceed with the club. Or number 5, it wouldn't work without the lab. Do what you have to do to keep the club alive. And we proceed with both.
I'm also considering that one because I do get his point, and sometimes that's how these things work. But what do you think? I don't think this playthrough is okay with a speed lab.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry, even if it means it'll fail, maybe there will be more quest options to help them get it off the ground.
Yeah.
But yeah, I vote for number 4. No meth, no
me
speed.
too. Yeah. Also, I feel like they haven't really done anything too bad right now, so arresting or evicting them is
Yeah, I don't want to do
way
that.
overkill.
That's a big move.
Yeah. So just proceed with the club.
Yeah.
Yeah!
See, Egghead's on board.
Yeah. The young man's smile widens to inhuman proportions. His teeth beam in the floodlight.
I knew it.
The would-be leader drops his spiked head between his knees.
It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more.
Oh my
We all
god.
know
Oh
there
my
was never
fucking
going
god.
to be a club for Nordic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
I really love Egghead's spirit. I really commend him. And I also want to point out to you, Vincent, and to the viewer as well, that this was just a reference to German 90s techno superstar Scooter, who had a song, I believe you may correct me, Vincent, called How Much Is the Fish?
Yeah, no, I remember. I remember.
Thanks to Egghead, we now know how much the fish is.
Oh, God.
Yeah, wonderful.
And we can ask, what's that about fish?
Sure, ask.
Or we can also say, so there was never going to be a club in there? But let's ask about the fish first.
Yeah.
There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time.
Oh man, he really gets it. He's gonna get together with Diego, and this is all gonna go work out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. He's very talkative all of a sudden.
Yeah, but he
Okay.
talks when it matters, man.
Mm-hmm.
We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
Holy shit, look how lucid he is all of a sudden. I love
Yeah.
this. This makes me really happy. I'm gonna have a good day after this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a victory for the light. You go, Egghead.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he just took over the leading here. And we say, right, let's call this incident crime prevention. But I have my eye on you.
Sure.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs.
He raises his head from between his knees.
We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but. I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
And
Yeah.
that's the end of the conversation.
All right. And
Goodbye, officer.
I think that's a perfect thing to end on
Mm-hmm.
for today. we got something accomplished here. You know,
Oh, yeah.
gathered a lot of information, but
Love
we
it.
basically cracked the drug lab case.
Right.
And moved this whole area of the city into a better direction. I'm so proud of us.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I mean, that was one of the first. Was that actually the first time that we actually solved the case or prevented
well,
crime?
Yeah, we haven't solved anything else. I mean, we made some progress on the corpse, right?
Right.
Back in distant past with murders that actually matter.
Yeah,
No, we have important youth projects to sort of improve a little. Yeah, but okay, next time there's more to do here. We'll talk to the girl again, I guess. Maybe Egghead, maybe Noid, and go back in the church, I guess. I mean, sort of still feels like the task needs resolving, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can still talk to the programmer.
Yeah, we'll see what we will do. Thank you, Vincent, for reading to me so wonderfully,
My
as
pleasure.
always. Thank you, dear viewer, for watching. You can comment on the video. We always enjoy that. You can like the video, and you can subscribe to the channel if you would like to enjoy more games that I make people play. And you can also follow us on Twitter @makes_play. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.